tomorrow it's the group stages of the major after the player break, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So I already have my stuff picked here. I'm gonna kind of explain why I did it the way I did, and actually I think I might change some stuff too. First off, you're gonna notice that I don't have Liquid as the 3-0, and I'm gonna explain why. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about the first matchups. Alright, so first off, we have ENCE and Avant-Garde. They're making some changes right now, and they're actually going to be getting rid of their leader. I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure some stuff here is going to be changing. So they just haven't seemed very strong. They seem like they're not super motivated to do things. And I understand it's the major, things could change, but I honestly have them going out. Like, I think they're going to beat Avant-Garde, but I think they're going to end up going out and not making it to the next stages. Could be wrong. Avant-Garde, I believe that they're actually looking pretty hot right now, but I don't think they're going to get out of group stages personally. So I don't really have them as anything. I don't think they're going to go 0-3. I think they'll pick up probably a win, probably in the best of ones. But I don't have them really going any farther. Astralis, I don't see them going 3-0. I think they could definitely get upset, but it's kind of the same thing for Liquid and Astralis. I feel like they both start off kind of slow. So I feel like they might lose one of the best of ones, but then they'll probably end up winning out. And they're definitely, like, I definitely see them going through. I don't see them as a 3-0, though. They're playing Dream Eaters first. Now, Dream Eaters they've definitely been eating dreams. They've eaten fours to eat the dreams of me and my last pick'ems. And that kind of, that took away my 5th spot. But I don't think they're going to be strong enough to take on Astralis. Astralis is just known, especially after the player break and all this just flack being thrown at them. I think they're really going to be practicing hard for this one. They haven't really played enough, so who knows? They could have been getting rusty, but I think they're going to come back. I don't know if they'll ever be like dominating everyone. I think Liquid's actually over that mental hump right now. As for Dream Eaters, I see them maybe picking up one game. But I don't see them going 0-3. I actually think they'll end up playing Mibber at some point, and I think they're going to beat Mibber. They look like a strong team, but they look like a strong Tier 2 team, not a Tier 1 team. So the next one is NRG versus Renegades. Now, NRG, I'm really debating on putting them on here. They didn't look super strong in the last one, and it made me really nervous about them getting through, but they did squeak through. I don't know if they're really going to pick it up. They don't seem like a top 7 team right now to be going through the way that they've been playing. They're definitely a really good team. I had them as like a top 4 team before the tournament started. I don't know if they just weren't super wanting to be prepared, but I'm really on the fence of them going through. It's pretty much between them and Crazy or North, because North is really up and down. And then as for Renegades, I see them maybe winning 1, winning 2, but I haven't seen anything from them to really impress me. I actually like Renegades, especially being the Detroit stuff, but they just don't seem like a team that's going to be pushing forward for me. So the next one is Liquid and Crazy. Now, this one screams Liquid all day, but the one thing that I've noticed about Liquid, and like they are my favorite team, they start really slow. It's like it takes them a minute to actually get motivated, and they always end up getting knocked to the bottom tier brackets, and then they end up fighting their way, and then they end up winning. But I don't know. I feel like this first game is really going to test the water. Like, if they blow out Crazy and they're looking super strong, I think they're going to dominate this entire tournament. But if they start off slow, it's going to be one of those uphill battles, and hopefully they can figure their stuff out. It's the reason I don't have them as a 3-0. I do believe that there's like a 90% chance they'll go 3-0, but it's the same thing with Vitality last round. If they happen to get one of those weird losses in a best of 1, that's why I have them as just going through, because if they go 3-0, it still counts, and I'm going for more of the 5 pick'em. As for Crazy, I do believe they're going to lose to Liquid. They might get the one-off win, but I believe they're actually looking stronger than teams like Mibber, than Dream Eaters and Avant-Garde. I don't know much about what's going on with NiP right now, but they look stronger than Renegades. I think FaZe is on their way out. I think there's so much chaos going on. I don't think they're a cohesive enough unit. Like, they have tons of potential, but I think they're not going to make it either. The next one, Vitality and North. I think both of these teams are going to end up going through. Vitality is super slow start, but we all know if ZywOo's hitting shots, he's going to be wrecking people. Like, him and Simple can definitely hard carry at least through the group stages of the major. North, they're actually looking like a good unit right now. They're playing well. I don't think individual skill is going to carry them far enough to like winning the major, but I do believe that they will get through groups. As for FaZe and Mouse Sports is looking solid right now. Like Kerrigan did work with them. I think everything is just, it's looking solid. There's still little things they need to clean up. The next one is Navi and G2. Navi hasn't been playing much, but you can never count out Simple. I literally think he could hard carry like a tier 3 team to like through group stages of the major. He's literally like a god when he's hitting shots. But I do believe G2 is just looking like a more cohesive unit. I believe they're going to end up beating Navi, but then I believe Navi will probably win. They'll probably win the next 3 depending on who their opponents are, but they're definitely going to end up going through because like Simple will probably destroy the team if they don't get through the group stages. But that's also why I have G2 as a 3-0. But I think G2, because they don't start off slow, they have a potential of actually just like running over people as they go through. But I think when it comes to the later stuff and everyone's more prepped and legitimately preparing for single teams as opposed to just playing their game and playing overall, which I do think Team Liquid has the biggest leg up. They're kind of like the creme de la creme right now that everyone's trying to figure out how to beat and playing the new meta of Counter-Strike. But I think G2 is pretty strong because they're just kind of wild. They all have good aim. So if they just continue the way they're going, I believe they could get a 3-0. Okay, so then Mibber and Nip. I honestly think Mibber is going to lose. Like, there's just so much chaos. coldzera's sitting out. Even with coldzera there, like, totally lost that flair. I see people like Crazy, Avantgarde, Dream Eaters. They're so hungry, and I feel like they've just lost their drive in Mibber. So that's why I see them going 0-3. So that's pretty much all the teams right now. I just went through the whole lineup for what's going on tomorrow. So yeah, like I honestly see Team Liquid going 3-0. However, I'm just really nervous because if they do tend to have slow starts, and if they lose something stupid like to Crazy because they're not expecting their gameplay and they haven't played against him a lot and they're not warmed up. Like Crazy's warmed up. They've been playing. Like they're all hyped. They're already in that mindset. Like Liquid's just getting off the player break, so I feel like it might be a slower start, so they have a potential of going like a 3-1 as opposed to a 3-0. Regardless, I know they're going to go through, so that's why I'm leaving it how it is.